Hello, Sugar Cubes. Welcome back to the continuing adventures of Applejack as she tears her way through the dungeon. Applejack is the centaur, unarmed combat only berserker pony, who is allowed to use whips if she so desires because, fuck it, I edited that in. But she's not supposed to main those, so that's why you see no whip skill. Pardon me. The last video, she made it all the way through to the Lair, which is always pleasant, and not entirely unlikely. If you're playing a berserker, they tend to be pretty survivable. So let's see what's in store for her. Oh yeah, and I drank the mutation potion and got a couple mutations, which while I don't like them, they're not actually very deadly mutations compared to how bad it could have been. I'm not remembering where I left off, so just looking upstairs. If I pull yaks, I should be okay to fight them in groups. So let's go ahead and pull one. And of course he dies, that's to be expected. I need to make sure that I'm able to berserk immediately. Go downstairs, pull yaks. Perfect, that's exactly what I was hoping. They got split up. And now, they'll have to come at me, not one at a time exactly, but yeah, one at a time. I can't berserk anymore, but I shouldn't need to 1 versus 1. And there we go. Yaks are cleared. Let's start exploring. The big threats, as I've remarked on many occasions, when you go into the Lair, not necessarily because they're the most dangerous, but because you need to know how you're going to answer them. How are you going to deal with a blink frog? How are you going to deal with a spiny frog? How are you going to deal with a hydra? If you can't answer these questions, then the Lair is going to be difficult for you. It's okay if you don't have... Oh, and a black mamba, sorry. The black mamba's key too. Oh my god, I didn't kill anything practically. Let's use my wand to catch the low health guy who's retreating. It wasn't a fire wand. Fuck. Use flame to finish him off then. And, pitch darts at you till you die. And they'll kick you in the face, and then darts, and then kick till you die. Okay, that's all of them, I think. Certainly the majority of them. We'll sack all their corpses to the great god Trog. Now, at this point, it should be noted that my Trog piety is virtually maxed out. He's already given me a gift. I could increase it more, but it's just going to keep going down for all the gifts he gives me. I think I can just win a straight-up kick contest, and if I fall behind, I can always cure or regen. Yeah, big question is, can I just defeat a hydra straight up? And it looks like I can. Awesome! Yeah, but piety is nearly maxed, which means at this point I should have no compunction whatsoever spamming regen MR whenever I feel like it. Because that piety loss is going to be offset almost certainly by the surplus I have, and the gifts that I would otherwise get to bring the surplus down are meaningless, given my style of play. Let's continue beating up everything. I gotta say, it's kind of cool to be running a character who has no weapon at all, and is still dealing severe to lethal damage in just a few blows. Actually, I can drop all those items that I was holding on to just so nobody else got them here. Just the dagger, I guess. Keep moving, keep moving. You'll notice I ignored the deck of cards. It's too unreliable, and it's just a plain deck of cards, so it's not going to have a really nice, long, permanent effect for a champion that knows no enchantments, or no evocations. Down we go. 3 of these water moccasins could prove tricky, but nope, there's no safe haven to fight them 1v1 on either, so I'm going to lead them a merry chase. And if I can pull 2 of them, that's fine. I can fight 2 of them. Here we go. Corner snakes. Come at me, bro. Kick you in the face. You die. Now we start moving on with the game. Potion of magic. Ordinary sheep are pretty much a non-issue at every stage in the game. At any stage in the game where you find a sheep, odds are good that he's not a threat to you. Alright, we've got here a forest with a little bit of gold. Kick this thing down, and then go inside. Nope, that's all it is. It's a mini forest with a little bit of gold. Applejack is doing just fine. Oh, don't fight the crocodile while getting poisoned. There we go. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Unarmed combat is doing great. It's above the 9 mark, which is my critical mass, and clearly it's just getting better and better. Unlike many weapons where once you hit min delay, you should basically stop training them. At least in this version of the game. I don't know whether or not newer versions have totally changed that now. Unarmed combat scales pretty well all the way up to 27. That is to say, it is almost always an okay decision to keep training it, though you obviously suffer severe diminishing returns with how hard it becomes to train it up just 1 or 2 more points when it's already at 25 versus some other skill. But the damage output does keep going up the whole time. Oh, that was painful. Let's actually be cautious about how I approach this last one. I'm going to peg him with ranged weapons until he comes into range again. Good, he's 1 hit away from dead. Gotta land that hit. Damn, Applejack, why can't you friggin' aim? Okay, fine, in the end I just kicked him in the face and that's what killed him. Was it the helmet I stripped off or my gauntlets for that corrosion? It was in fact the gauntlets, so... Well, still, +1 more on the helmet, so that's not a loss at all. And we'll drop this chainmail. I don't even know why I'm carrying it around. I've already maxed my cloak to +2, so any non-runed or artifact or ego style, ego item meaning has 1 property, cloak, is not going to be of interest to me. I'm almost certainly going to get turned to stone at this distance, so let's try and hide. Yep. Again, got turned to stone, but I don't know. I don't like being frozen in stone when anything can approach from any side. Okay. Lair 2 is complete. Okay, Lair 2 has a hippogriff. Die, Gilda! Mean, boasting fucking hippogriff. Down you go. Distance snort means Minotaur's Lair. Minotaur's Lair is right here. I do have enough food for it, even given my centauric proclivities, so I will attempt it. Which in retrospect is kind of stupid, because what am I hoping to get? Better weapon? I guess better armor is always a possibility, or better jewelry, or I can't really rationalize using a magical staff, because that is kind of a crawl weapon, and it's not something which Applejack would go out of her way to use. In fact, at times Applejack has voiced her discontent with Twilight Sparkle's using magic to do things that ought to be done the old-fashioned way. Anyway, that's all off the point. Bottom line, there are still good loots to be had and sought after, and if I just pass a Minotaur's Lair and don't even bother going in, well, that's just something else. Perhaps Applejack will find Iron Will. Nah, I doubt it. It's probably just a generic Minotaur. Iron Will was a very special Minotaur in this My Little Pony Friendship is Masochistic saga. Okay. People have commented before to me, not so much on the YouTube vids as in like Steam or something, but about the YouTube vids, that watching me do a labyrinth is very irritating at times, or tedious, or aggravating is another one, because I tend to miss obvious stuff, or not realize what I'd seen, or go the same way 4 times. My sense of direction is really not that good. But for the fact that doing a labyrinth is almost always an optimal decision at any point in the game where the choice is available to you, I would probably be one of those people who would never go into one. Given a choice between spend 2 times as much food as you would normally spend in the labyrinth but just instantly get out, or having to actually find your way out, I'd pay the piper every time. It's just much more convenient that way. It's like a total interruption of gameplay for a little while you play a different game called Maze Finder. Oh no, I actually was here already. No, what's on the other side? Did I go this way? Yeah, there we go, another tier, and oh no, I did go this way, okay. Huh. Is there a long way around all of this complex, maybe? It's like you hit a local peak and then you keep exploring around it and not finding your way out. I know I've been here already as well. Maybe I didn't go far enough the first time. No, I went far enough. It's just not here is what it is. Oh, there we go. Way around. No, I was here too. Fuck! Okay, do I have like a disintegrate wand or something? I can just blast my way through this? No. I do have a dig wand. It's nice. No, that is disintegrate. Oh. Okay then. I just disintegrated my way out of that. And keep exploring around here by digging. And I don't think I have an extra recharge scroll. If I did, I would totally use it on this disintegrate one just to keep doing this. I've been here already. Okay, this whole area is walled off, but there we go. Now I'm above where I was before. God, what I wouldn't give for top skill shatter, top power shatter skill right now, just to blow my way through this maze. Okay, there we go. The black bricks. This is close to the end, probably. Sign of the end, at least. Okay then. Maybe not the sign of the end. It's totally blocked off on every side. Okay, but there we go. The way around, way in. Black bricks is tier 3, so it's definitely somewhere within this area. Unless this curves around the long way or something, I'm just gonna quickly go right back to the... Nope, it does curve around the longish way. Nope, it locks you out. Okay, going back. It's still possible that that is the correct pathway though, so I'll bear that in mind in case I get stumped again. How high up can I go? There it is. Berserk and beat him up. Not a single moment to waste. Ruined plate mail and shimmering chainmail are both potentially interesting. And I did pick up a fair assortment of rings and an amulet. And if I test wear the amulet, Guardian Spirit is fine by me, because I'm not using my MP for anything otherwise. Let's quickly try on every other ring. Plus to Dex means bonus to damage. Ring of Fire I don't much care for, but given that I currently have no resist to fire, it's a possibility. It's a possibility to use it for a swap. For my base, I'm going to go with Ring of Evasion and Ring of Dexterity, both. And I will hang on to the Ring of... I mean, obviously the Artifact Ring is something I should switch to anytime I need to resist electricity or cold, so there's that. Let's go ahead and put on all the stuff that I've acquired. The new plate armor is identical to the old one, plus 4 plate. So I'll keep an orcish variety and ditch this one here. I like IDing artifacts rather than test wearing them, so I'm going to ID this. It's merely to see invisibility. That's the only interesting enchant, so I don't really care. The last stack of scrolls I had were Curse Weapon, so naturally I had not been able to identify it by reading it, because you can't curse your hands. Funny how that works. And we'll also ditch the chainmail. So really, in the end, got a couple cool rings out of out of the Minotaur's lair, but the most important one had to be the Dex +4, or the Guardian Spirit, which is basically the equivalent of an extra 7 to 10 health. I learned recently that Guardian Spirit, I always assumed that it just used your MP as a physical shield. So you took damage to that MP first, and then took damage to your health second. Turns out I was wrong. Turns out the way it actually works is you take... It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. That is to say, you can take a few hits. Why didn't I put it back on? You can take a few hits for each 1 point of damage, 1 point of MP that's lost. MP is more valuable than HP. So 7 MP does not translate to 7 bonus health with Guardian Amulet. It translates to a fair bit more than that. Now that said, I'm generally playing a caster. Oh, ruined Amulet. I'm generally playing a caster, and a caster would obviously prefer his mana to get out of trouble. And looky here, looky here. +2 strength, +5 dex. Both strength and dex are involved in the calculation for unarmed combat damage, so this is a straight boost to my damage, and it's to replace Guardian Spirit. And it gives me conservation, which is one of my favorite things to wear, period. So all around, this is just a damn good amulet. If I'd had this, I might not even have attempted the Minotaur's Lair. Nah, that's bullshit, of course I would have. Are you kidding me? A glowing Executioner's Axe? Do you know how hard and long I end up waiting for those in most of my Berserker games? Alright, ditching the axe because, you know, can't use it against my creed. I did pick it up, though, just because. Put on my new gloves, because the old ones got all slimed up. These are just ordinary yaks, and now that I have such huge bonuses to evade and dex, I'm going to die for my hubris. So let's run away instead of dying. If I can pick you off, I will. There we go. And you'll notice that my stats are constantly fluctuating up and down by a point. That's the effect of one level of stat drain. It occasionally knocks off a point, but it very rarely it isn't fast enough nor coordinated enough to actually drain any stat in an appreciable fashion long term. It's always just fluctuating up and down style instead. Let's go ahead and eat and recover, and kick something in the face, drink a potion of Berserk Rage, which is actually useless to somebody who's never going to abandon Trog. Okay. Well, it's not technically useless. It can be used if I can't for some reason speak, like I'm under an oppressive silence. But I basically will never need that potion. Are those Ocklobs? They are Ocklobs, so I'll grab this and get out of the way. I don't want to fight an Ocklob. Rule of thumb for Ocklobs, unless you have to fight them, don't. It's just a tax on your resources. Let's get a few more rats in and then bring you all up. When I go back down, there's a very good chance that I'm going to get bit by the Komodo dragon, but if not, even better. All this extra dex and evade has helped my evasion a lot. Oh, let's increase intelligence 1 point. So what's actually happening is I'm fighting as though I was much later in the game than I actually am. Let's just wait out the sickness now that I got the jump on him. Oh, perfect. Just when I was about to eat food. Oh, I thought food on legs came around. Okay, since you disappeared, I'm going to put on See Invisible. And I'm going to replace Dexterity to do it. Because I would rather evade than have good damage. We'll put back on Dex and take away See Invisible. And that's what's meant by having a swap ring. Just, you know, go back and forth between. Grab the potion. I'm going to pull dogs. Pull a couple dogs. Assholes that tried to make Rarity dig for crystals. Go ahead and eat as much as I can get away with, and I can't get away with much. Fine, I'm gonna fight the next dog while starving. Didn't drop anything. Fair enough. Eat a meat ration and just be done. How are we doing now for stats? Fighting is still going up. Armor has even hit respectable levels. And my attack speed is above average again. So, let's try with the shield and see how it is. Below average. Nope. It is significantly impacting my my ability to make combat. I'm considering just training shields, honestly. How hard would it be to train shields on this character? It's -3. I don't want to do that unless I have to. I might eventually do it for a second layer of defense, but for now... And there's still the buckler. I could be using a buckler instead of using a full-on shield, actually, now that I think about it. This shield really isn't that great. It's just resist necro is the only real significant bonus it's giving me. Ice enemies generally aren't the most dangerous. And if I sound like I'm trying to talk myself into it so I don't feel so bad about it, that's exactly what I'm doing. Let's test all of my wands real quick until I find out what this one is. Polymorph, okay. And confusion, perfect. I don't much care for polymorph, but I'm not going to use it. So we'll hang on to it until I need to drop something, and then it'll get dropped. Basically, is what I expect will happen. Elephants are definitely a good choice to split up. So let's pull a couple elephants upstairs. Okay, apparently this was a disconnected floor. Let's hide back in the corner and just kick the elephants in the face like a good old horse. Because we all know horses can kill elephants, right? By kicking them. This game is a realistic one. Butcher, grab... Or not butcher, sacrifice, grab, and butchering. Yeah, you know. Kick the porcupine, test quaff potions, all of them. Okay, that's all I had to test. Down we go. Kill the elephant. Kill the frog. Kill the spiny. Sacrifice the corpse. Grab this. Bring it up. Kick the dog. Butcher the dog. Eat the dog. I'm not sure whether the porcupine is worth more sacrificed or the dog, so I just did it quickly. Ooh, another NID potion. Maybe this is the cure to the mutation that I'm hoping for. And it's interesting. If I knew for sure it was a cure mutation, I might not use it. Okay, this is important. I am slowed, but that does not affect my attack speed by the looks of it, so let's try to pull this fight to a good spot first, wait it out a few turns just to get the slow off. And as you can see, these things are biting me, but thanks to all my armor, it's not very effective. And then I'll just kick them as much as possible. Okay. Quiver me those exploding darts. Okay, looks like it got away. Damn thing. I remember when I used to think that you had to have poison resistance on any character to make it all the way through the lair. God, I've grown up so much in my abilities and my understanding of the game since then. While it is certainly helpful on any given character, and it can be convenient, required is far too strong a word. I don't ever see myself needing the Amulet of Rage. The only time where I might need it is if I'm suddenly caught in a situation where I'm silenced but have to berserk. And in that situation, taking it off and putting it on is probably going to be bad enough. I'll just hang on to a potion of Berserk Rage once I get one of those instead. Of course, in the interim, it does give me an ability I don't otherwise have, so I'm hanging on to it. Fireball wand! Yay! And my armor skill continues to grow better and better, which is exactly what you would hope for. Down another floor. Please pull. Good. The thing about pulling elephants is if you don't have your back to the wall, they can trample you off the stairs. Like here, it's perfect, because even if he kicks me, he'll just kick me into the fungus. So I generally am very quick about trying to pull an elephant, rather than taking time and energy to set it up just perfectly. Kind of a he who shoots often will eventually hit the mark logic. I don't want to get swarmed, so we'll just beat them all up. Man, my life regen rate is... Oh, fuck me. That's gonna hurt. I think I can get away without another arrow, though. I'm turning on regen, just because there's at least one more enemy waiting in the wings. And I don't want to have half health to deal with it. And now we'll just start kicking everything that we can. And looks like my enemy in the wing didn't show up, which is even better. Finished my exploration. Oh, why don't we just introduce this Mamba to pain. And we'll sack everything that we can, and we'll go and hide until the sickness wears off. Because slowed regen rate is a pain. Okay, let's let one of these guys come onto me. And of course, when you have animals coming onto you, that's certainly a concern, even for a horse. Dig beetle, eh? I can probably just beat these guys up straight up. Oh, but I am still not healing, so let's go ahead and put on Trog's Hand, which can heal right through sickness. Yeah, man, I'm knocking these things open with my bare hands. Have been using my bare hands, yeah? Okay, good. It never fails. The game where you don't need it is the game that Trog gives you amazing shit. Seriously, I have before gone all the way into the lair without getting a single worthwhile Executioner's Axe on a pure Minotaur Berserker. Of course, I probably play so many of those that, you know, I'm bound to have bad luck by now. Eventually. It would have happened no matter what. Let's ditch the Amulet of Rage, the... excuse me. The Ring of Protection from Cold, because they have an artifact that does better. Potions of Magic are definitely out. A Potion of Invisibility would be good to hang on to, as well as Restore abilities. Let's ditch Polymorph Other... No, we'll hang on to that. That could potentially be useful. We'll ditch Enslavement for sure. The shield I don't want, and lose the generic darts. It's time to grow up and start using generic javelins. Should free up some space. And get back to work on the game. Sack or eat? Sack or eat? Sack or eat? Eat. This is going to be a sack. Okay. Alright, next floor. And how am I doing for time? It's getting pretty close to as long as I should be playing. I'll probably, you know what, I don't care. I want Applejack to get through the lair, so I will finish that up first. So, congrats to you guys. You get an extra long video. Well, a longer than I intended video this weekend. Sack this. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, shiny plate. I've had a couple good plate mails so far, but nothing with an enchant. And this is a +0 resist necrotic. I don't anticipate needing resist necrotic with any regularity anytime soon. Oh, there we go. That's what I hoped for. The Massive Death Yaks. I'm looking for a narrow hallway to fight them in. This is an unknown staircase. This is a fairly known area. That's a good staircase. This is where I will make my stand. And I will definitely want to be berserked for it. And I will definitely want to be optimally armed for it. So Dex, Evade, and Dex is fine with me. Before they reach me, it'd be nice if I could hit them all with a big blast. Yes! Lightning. Okay, my lightning wand is out. Berserk and start slaughtering, and oh my god, look how beautiful this is. I got through almost all of them, and then... damn, that hurt. Let's go heal wounds potion. Trog's Hand, and try and just walk away. If I have to use more speed, I will. But it looks like I'm getting away just fine. Only the blink frogs are able to keep up to me. I want to pull him because I'm at full health, so I will pull him. And then I'll start attacking him. No food, naturally, so we'll eat a choco and a meat ration. And then we'll try to get to work on these damn dirty blink frogs. Kill one, slaughter one, butcher one. Alright. I'm wearing conservation, so I'm not actually that scared of this guy. The biggest thing that fire drakes generally bug me about is when they make me lose items. Do I still have disintegration? I do. Let's blow up the statue so I can get the extra experience for killing him. That's a kill, that's a kill, that's a kill. There were more death yaks, I think, than I killed in the end. I think there's at least 2 at large still, so I'm kind of semi-expecting those at every moment. For those of you who didn't notice, I did in fact pick up the poison darts, just so I have the option of poisoning a retreating creature. Oh, I don't care. We're just gonna berserk and kill. Yeah, you can deal with the fact that I can kill elephants with my bare hooves. Oh, what's that? You came back for more? How about without berserk this time? Papa Americano. Okay, now that I have all these potions of berserk rage, I already lost the amulet. Good. Let's continue exploring. Lindworm, you can't deny me any of my items, because I have conservation, so I'll just kick you in the face. I mean, can, but he won't be able to, most likely. Jiva altar, with nothing of note. Still hungry, but I have no food, which is a chronic state for me. Kill everything, butcher one, sack the others. For by the time I would replenish, it'd already be rotten. Alright, bring it to me, guys. Berserk. Slaughterhouse. Sacrifice. And actually, I'm going to keep this new body as well, just because. And how did that even... Hydra was not there, and then it was right next to me. I'm pretty sure I can kill it, though, so let's lead it on a merry chase, so that I can retreat to the stairs with fair ease, and then just start beating it up. Barehanded. Oh, yeah. This is an easy pull. Sack them all. Wait it off. Wait it off. Pull. Do I still have food? I have no food, so I have to once again not sacrifice them all. Keep one to eat. Sack the rest. And of course it rotted, so much for that. Gambit. Kill the giant leech first and hope it doesn't make me nauseated or sick. It did not. Next. We just start attacking everything else. That resist electricity I got early on was fantastic. Am I still wearing that ring? I'm not. I don't even have resist elect active? Wow. Okay, I underestimated just how strong I am right now with my evasion being as high as it is and my dex as high as it is. My evade isn't even that good. My evade is 8. What the fuck am I even wearing? Okay, guys, I got no answer. I guess I just got lucky. George just lucky, I guess. Armor is at 8. Getting it to 9 would be superfluous on a large creature like this one, so I'm just going to switch over to dodging now. I mean, I will eventually want more points in armor because it actually raises my AC class, but look at my armor skill. It's 23. It's time to start getting some benefit from the evade stat as well. Let's test this new wand out. Training. Me likes, me likes. Anything that hits all enemies on a line is fine with me. Let's go ahead and try and bottleneck this somewhere. Here's a good spot. Oh, what's this? It appears you're all dead. And I stand atop your corpses, praying to a berserker god. You can't poison a retreating frog, so just hurl javelins at it until it dies. Grab the corpse and run. I'm running into the unknown again, that's the problem. Find a nice little corner to make myself at home, kill them all, and forget letting God sort them out. That's my job. More stuff to knock over. Please leave a corpse. Damn it, I need a good clean corpse, guys. How hard is that, really? There you go. That's a corpse. I eat soon. Of course, it's still not enough to get me to berserker abilities, but that's why having a few extra small pieces of food is so handy. A quick blade. God, this guy is desperate to get me to go armed. Okay, that's a lot of electricity, so let's just back away slowly. Okay, I'm about to die, and that leech is getting back health from me, so I'm gonna run for it. I will pull the frog, though. Because I just like pulling something with me each time. Burner bread ration. This floor is probably gonna have new enemies on it, given how long I spent on it just recovering. This time I killed the leech, not the other way around. Though it was equally close. Slaughter. Search. Bring the fish to me, that I may let it die. Oh, what is that? That's just an electric eel. You know what? No chances. Switch to resist electricity and lose evasion. And the reason I lost evasion is because I already picked up a different defensive skill. And it's a good thing too, because the amount of electricity I've just been hit with, I would probably be deep fried right now if I had no resistance. Okay, let's stick on the evade guy again. Heal up a little bit and then take it out on the frogs. Take what out? My fucking anger, my spleen. Of course, Applejack isn't the type to get angry about this kind of thing. That's really just me. Knock out another snake, and oh Christ, it is getting pretty late. Kill you, burn you. Next pack of death yaks. The last one I didn't actually get through before my berserk ran out, so taking my cues from that fight, I'm gonna pre-retreat this time. Perfect. I can retreat. The blink frog can come in behind me. Let's make some magic. Okay. Blink frog's dead. And now you are too. Meat ration. Fight you in the water. Oh, nope, not two of you at once. Running. Actually, I'm even going to engage my regen so that when I turn around to fight, I'll have some base health to do it with. First things first, let's test our untested wands. Actually, if I can get enslavement off on him. No, of course I can't. Okay, time's up. Berserk, and beat him up. And butcher, and hang on to the meat. Okay. And time to read. Scroll of Unholy Creation. Javelin the frog. Make sure that I've got that resist electricity up again. This time I'll cost myself dex. Okay. Once again, we can put that correct ring back on. Sacrifice, and alright, finish up the search, because now's the fun part. The treasure's in the middle. Okay, now's the not so fun part. Still dealing with things while trying to get to the treasure in the middle. Recharging a couple sundry pieces of armor that are too low to be considered, and an enchant armor scroll. So all told, not really breaking the bank here, but whatever. Let's definitely kick these dogs into the teeth. All of these can be burned. I'm probably going to need one of them for food sooner or later, but I'm sure I'll have my pick of the litter. Get it? Litter. Alrighty. There's the consumption. Let's just finish off these dogs. These jackals are found on floor number 1. If you can't ignore them at this stage of the game, practically, then then I'm sorry, but you're doing it wrong. I think that's almost all of them. I should probably put on my ring of protection from fire. But again, who really cares? Just kill them all. Legendary deck of cards. I'm just going to randomly test draw because I feel like it, and then ditch it. Okay, and that's that. That's the lair completed. So, Applejack has already, in my book, completed enough of the game that I can say she no longer is a... She's clearly comfortable enough with carrying herself in the dungeon. Oh, by the way, here's those enemies I told you would have refilled the floor because of how long I spent. She's clearly comfortable handling herself in a dungeon situation, which is good. Whether she'll actually be successful or not in trying to retrieve the orb is far more in question, but we'll see what happens. She has the examples of Fluttershy to draw on for how to keep her cool, and the example of Twilight Sparkle to draw on from how not to die like a bitch. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time.